6:30 on our Thursday afternoon and evening. Chief Meteorologist Tim Buckley live with you here on WFMY Plus. Thanks for watching. We have a lot to talk about today. Obviously, the rain, the drizzle, the cool weather still is a factor. We've had such an unusual 3 days here in the Carolinas. Coming up, though, we're going to be talking about the weekend, which will look a lot different, feel a lot different, eventually going back to more typical August weather, plus taking a look toward the tropics where things are changing this time of year, as they almost always do. Here's a look at the city of Greensboro throughout the last several hours. Today was an unusual one, to be sure. Just like the last couple of days, we had our fair share of clouds. We've had rain at times too, but the difference today is that instead of being stuck in the upper 60s, we were able to sneak up to a high of 75 this afternoon, morning low of 63. So again, a little bit warmer today, but not all that much. This cool air really is showing some staying power in a big way. And just to kind of wrap a bow on how cool we've been over the last couple of days, I thought this was pretty interesting. So what we're looking at here, 60 hours in a row. So this is consecutive now, 60 hours in a row below 70 degrees. We started this back on Tuesday, 1 o'clock in the morning. We ended it this afternoon at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I looked up the data on this. I thought it would be an all-time record for the month of August. It's not. It's the fourth longest streak in August history for Greensboro. Still pretty impressive. The top one on the list was at about 84, 87 hours. I can't remember which. Either way, impressive to see. High temperatures today definitely depended on where you were. This was the area that the rain had been the most persistent and just the heaviest. It's still that way. That's still where we're finding most of the rain across central North Carolina. Now, believe it or not, if you went up to Boone today, the sun is shining. It's a pretty nice day in the North Carolina mountains. This cool air is shallow, it's heavy, and it's stuck here in the Piedmont, and that is what's helping to create some of these lingering showers. And although they're only showers, there are no thunderstorms, but some of this is light rain. Others, this is a little bit heavier though. Southern Alamance County, parts of Chatham County too, and it's all been drifting from east to west. So I think we're stuck with this a little while longer. At this point in the night, you're not going to clear things out. The clouds will stick around, and that persistent drizzle and light rainfall, that'll stick around too. Cloud cover pretty thick throughout the rest of tonight, and early tomorrow morning, our model is trying to clear this out. I'm not going to be fooled again here. I think we will have some thick cloud cover that'll linger through about the middle point of the morning. Once you get past 10 or 11 o'clock, that's when we can count on some sunshine mixing in, and at that point, it's a clean break with the cool, drizzly weather. We'll start to see things really get a lot brighter, a lot sunnier as well toward tomorrow afternoon, and that's what we can count on kind of lingering into the weekend. So turning toward drier weather, turning toward sunnier weather, and of course it's going to warm up too. We'll get back into the 80s by the time the weekend rolls around. Here's kind of the weather setup. Earlier in the week we had talked about this low pressure area as possibly becoming tropical. That didn't happen. What we are seeing though is still that lingering effect of cooler weather sliding down the east coast. That's what's fueling our clouds and drizzle. But tomorrow, that steady supply of cool air, it gets cut off. Part of the reason why is that high pressure off the screen, it goes farther and farther away. And so we're stopping that flow of constant cool reinforcing air. And for tomorrow, like I said, clouds for the morning, sunshine for the afternoon. Temperatures will be a lot warmer in the upper 70s. Now on Saturday, everything just gets a little bit drier even so. The only rain chance across the Carolinas would likely be the sea breeze at that point closer to the beaches. Keep that in mind if you're traveling out east. But overall, we are drying things out. Over the next several days, the chance for rain is not that high. It's a little different than it was the last couple of days for sure. To break it down for you, a little bit of drizzle possible tomorrow morning. That's on Friday. Saturday looks to be a dry day of weather to me. Sunday, let's keep an eye on this. Areas in the Charlotte region, especially South Carolina as well, they could see some rain showers in the afternoon. But around here, I expect it to stay pretty dry. So the weekend itself looks pretty good for us. On Monday, we go back to a weather pattern where it's a lot more summer-like. Humidity is back, temperatures are back in the 80s, and with that will come that risk of some pop-up thunderstorms each afternoon, especially Monday. That looks to be the best chance of rain in the forecast. Dew points, well, they've been so low. We've had a break from the humidity. They'll still be fairly comfortable through the start of the weekend. I expect dew points in the mid-60s for the next couple of afternoons. But after that, we go back to 70-degree dew point life. That'll start on Monday, and it kind of lingers through a good chunk of the week. So we're stuck with that summer-like feel as August builds in. Switching gears now, let's talk about something unusual. Smoke in the sky. We talked about this a lot a couple of years ago. Wildfires up in Canada, which are going on again this year. They occasionally send some smoke down. Our air has been really cool. It's been flowing in from Canada, so it stands to reason that we would get some of this. You can't see it in the sky today because it's so cloudy, but tomorrow, as we clear things out a little bit, there is some concentration of smoke that's likely for our sky around here. Wouldn't be anything that's too harmful. Our air quality should be in the moderate range, but just wanted to let you know, if you're looking for that blue sky and it's a little bit hazy, that would be the reason why. We talked briefly about the tropics. This area right here off the Carolina coastline, well, it only has a 20% chance of developing now. That's down from earlier in the week when it was up as high as about 40%. Now, elsewhere in the tropics, we have a big area of watching concern, you could say, but it's not really a concern for us. To set your bearings, that's Puerto Rico down here. There's where the disturbance is, right over there. There is about a 60% chance of this developing into somewhat of a tropical system as we go toward the next 5 days or so. But as of right now, not a big concern to us. Most computer models do recurve this out to sea and keep it pretty far away from North Carolina. While we're on the subject, NOAA revised their forecast. They do that every August, but this is just a slight revision. They've changed the numbers about one storm down for each category. They expect 5 to 9 hurricanes this year. We haven't had one yet. 2 to 5 of those would be major hurricanes. Number of named storms, 13 to 18. We've had 4 so far. The next name on the list is Erin, the E storm. And just to keep in mind, as we go throughout hurricane season, August and especially the end of August toward middle of September, that's usually the peak, and we tend to stay pretty busy through the month of October, and then it falls right off. Hurricane season ends on November 30th. For tonight, low temperature right around 64, but I'll tell you, we're stuck with what we're seeing right now. Clouds around, drizzle too. It's annoying, but it's what we have. 60s for your lows. For tomorrow, scattered cloud cover, I should say just overcast skies in the morning. We'll have that lingering drizzle around to start the day, but it will go away with a high temperature of about 78 degrees. Here's the 7-day forecast, which we can take a look at now. Looking ahead toward the weekend, we'll have highs in the low 80s for Saturday, mid 80s for Sunday. As we go throughout the rest of the week, the best chance for rain will be on Monday. And then after that, just some typical summertime weather. Take a look at this. We'll be in the upper 80s or so for Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Right around 90, not out of the question. We'll be back with more on Carolina weather after this.